It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Red, up. We're go. Let's go.
We got three, fellas.
Sit up.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Red, up.
4 down.
Sit up. 180.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Sit up. 180. Blue.
Flare.
They run. This is Cohen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
Hey, here I come.
Red, up. Hey, 18.
Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Watch the slant.
Red, up.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Blue.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Heavy.
To throw is Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Get out.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run him with Elliott. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. His throw incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Under 10, under 10, 10. He's checking. Crash.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Let's go.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, we
Sit up. 180.
Now Trubisky. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
86. Heavy.
Here we go. 46.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
Let's go.
And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go 46, 46.
Tight, double tight.
Here we go 47. Here we go, get down, get down.
First down, Prescott. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Get down.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a second down.
Here we go 47.
58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
They can't hang with us. 58's the mic. 58.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Double tight.
Hey, 47. Gun.
Hey, check.
46.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Get down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
47.
That one goes for 24 yards. Prescott on first down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
47.
3 down, 3 down.
Here we go wide 80.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
It's been a long day for
26.
On first and 10, Prescott escaping the pressure right. Oh, Prescott stripped, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. Finding room at the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
31 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. And they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. 12 more yards there and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And hear the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike.
This is Cohen on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Tight end right.
Trubisky will throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
47.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there.
And he's into the clear. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
We got head.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it right side to Cooper. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Alert.
Here we go, 180. Here we go, 46, 46.
You go tight.
Let's go, let's finish now.
You got tight right there.
Hey, 47. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 41 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
Touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Red, up.
4 down, 4 down.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hot. They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hang on, you see it, you see it?
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 39 that time.
Hey, switch.
A first down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's get it. Hey, guys.
Here we go. 180.
Stand up over there.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jameis Olawale from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the... yards on that penalty each and every time.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Move.
Red, up.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. Looking for White on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return will cost him about a dozen yards or so, but his guys do indeed get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here we go, 47.
Here I come.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
47. It's coming now. 26.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Flushed out right. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Off the toss, Cohen. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now they're running on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
You see it?
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Gotta go, gotta go.
On 3rd down. It's Cohen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
Alert 3.
Lock in, lock in. Sit up. 180.
Mike 54.
18. Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
18.
He's moving, boys, he's moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Lock in, lock in.
On 3rd down. That's Cohen, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there, taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Parkey with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. A little juke. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now here come the Cowboys. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 73 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The extra point up and good, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
180.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They try again with Cohen. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Red, up. Hey, gotta go.
Check Mike 54.
Blue. Hey, 18.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Motion.
Gotta go. Hey, gotta go.
Motion.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. That puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
26.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott.
Check 24.
And now running right through him. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
My bad, guys. My bad, guys.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Double tight. Hey. We got 3.
26.
Now Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Akeem Hicks in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Go to 54. Go to 54. 180. Here we go. 180.
58, the mic. Man,
Here we go. 46. 46. Here we go. 46.
Rush in.
26.
Prescott off play action.
Get out,
10-9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Red, up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel.
Come on.
And they're able to work this to the
Go,
25
go.
before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Trubisky to throw again. Finding Gabriel complete. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears 1st down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
You see it?
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
180! Reds up!
Mike 54.
18.
Watch the run.
Reds up!
Mike.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jeff Heath.
Crash.
And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
That's it, baby.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Rick Coleman?
Oh, yeah.
Then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Get out.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
26.
Well, Prescott here to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Alert.
26.
On play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
3 down.
26.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
We're go. Let's go. Sit up. 180. Reds up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Sit up. 180.
One last shot for Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Anthony Miller, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bears cut into that lead. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Cody Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
You got three down.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Boom, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
To throw on second is Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face, because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability and a sack result.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Shift.
Stop. 180.
41's coming.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Stop. 180.
Now Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
41, Mike.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen.
Go. It's run.
He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
Hey, got tight left. Tight ends left. 3 down.
Stop.
This is Cohen. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line.
Come on.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And out of Texans want to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
to the right, boy. Tighty to the right. Move.
Stop. 180.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
180.
They get it to him running left. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Dash, go now.
Red, up.
And that'll set them back 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal.
Tight is right. 3 down.
Trubisky will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down, here's Miller. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From his goal line here, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back him up 5.
That's a takeaway. Now that's a takeaway. That's how the defense score points.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Here's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there and knocking it away and preventing that first touchdown.
You got 3 down.
180.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On third and goal, Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
We'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check 59, Mike.
From his end zone, Watson on third and long. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Yeah, let's go. I'm talking now, what? Double tight, guys, double tight.
4 down.
Green the line.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
Yeah, baby.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Jam him,
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, we got three down.
Here's Watson now on second down. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right. Four down.
And the pitch goes to Miller.
26.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Watson now to throw. Dancing to his left. Room to run inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Leonard Floyd in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Tiger.
On second down, here's Watson. Steps away. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Texans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17.
Four down.
To throw is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, It has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Blue Dan. Watch switch.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, we are.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Hey, gotta go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A nice gain of 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Get it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Sit up! 180!
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Sit up! 180!
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is caught. It's White for a Bears touchdown. Kevin White, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, look at that. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
4 down.
They'll toss it to Miller. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 32 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
4 down, 4 down.
Sit up! 180!
They go play action. Trubisky going down the middle, and it's complete.
Come on, gotta go,
and
gotta go.
out across midfield down to the 45.
Move.
Give him 30 yards there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Set up! 180!
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. DJ Reader in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch 10. Single.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's Watson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A nice little juke. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 18. Toss right to Miller. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Watch the pass.
Throwing again is Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Watson on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Watson now, going to throw again. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. On first down, it's Watson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Watson. Underneath for Miller. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal.
Down! Green the line!
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10.
Tight end right. Sit up! 180!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there. Oh!
Still going. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Let's go.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
180! Red, up!
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Call it a gain of 5. Following the penalty, it's first and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Sit up! 180! Watch the safety creep! Red, up!
Now it's Trubisky. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense. And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
So conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
46 is right there. Check him, check him. Single.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Set up. 180.
Check. Watch 54.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, we got 4.
Set up. 180.
Right back to him on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Set up. 180.
Safe.
We're going. Let's go.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Now Trubisky to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
All day, baby. Good stuff.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Set up. 180.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Not in my house, baby. Not in my house.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Sit up. 180.
They pitch out to Howard. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Sit up. 180. Blue, blue, blue. Hey, 18.
Hey, turn it up.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
There you go.
Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, we got 3. We got
Now Wilson. A grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Let's go to work.
Double tight.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Tight. Blue 15. 36 power.
Mike's 59. You're not ready.
Play action. It's Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's go get it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Heavy. Watch 32.
Tight. Blue 15.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35, the 40, past the 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Double tight.
You got 3.
Tight.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to air one out. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return here is stopped at EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Hey, here we go.
Two times. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over here.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danny Trevathan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
6-18.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Caught by Nelson left side. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Shut down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He finds Roberts, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Go, Chief. 6-18.
Shotgun now for Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And now it's 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
12 jumbo.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And now another one thrown incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Now it's Trubisky. He completes it right side to White. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Trubisky. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Trubisky finding White on a big play. 41 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Check three.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field,
Lock in.
don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Double up.
They'll run with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
Sit up. 180.
Trubisky will throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll them out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all. The communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person. No one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Brandon LaFell, 67 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
4 down. Check.
Sit up. 180.
They go play action with Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Blue. Sit up.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Zach Miller, 52 yards. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Well, so much for a little 5-yard pass play to your tight end. They made him a deep ball threat there, and it worked out.
Times have changed, haven't they? Those used to be plays that we would clip and save because you didn't see it very often. Big tight end, deep downfield catching a pass. Now it's almost standard. That's a big part of everyone's offense. Get it to those guys because they're not just tight ends anymore. They're athletes.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Low.
To throw, it's Carr. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Heavy.
A very solid gain of 27. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carr being chased out left. His throw incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch.
Now Carr again. Buying time to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Roberts with it over the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Seth Roberts, 29 yards. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
Raider 2. Cover 0.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in 2-point conversion. But the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Hey, we are...
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle.
He's got a man, complete. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They run. This is Cohen. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Hey.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, a 22.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
the speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Now Trubisky to throw. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton from 3 yards out. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10.
6-18.
Operating from the gun, Carr, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Carr now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On second down, here's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Get down, get down. You wide, 8-8.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
Complete to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Carr now on third and goal. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
Go, go. Get set, get set.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at any rate?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now Trubisky. And the Raiders have got him. Frosty Rucker able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
We're go, let's go!
They go play action. Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. Looking deep for Gabriel. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bears are in for 6. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. The toss running left. That's Cohen, and he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, And this is not the way to start a drive. That'll go as a loss of 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Monday, down. Blue 80.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, we got
one. Raider 1. White.
Carr now on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Nice pick.
tight end right. Four down, check.
180.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Jukes by at the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Four down, even.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Sit up. 180.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go with Howard again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back now in the East Bay. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey.
Sit up. 180.
And they'll run it here. Finding room with the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there. 33 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Parkey with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, boys, we got...
Carl try it again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they held them in check on the scoreboard. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
On the mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Now Carr, got to have this one. And that is incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Jonathan Hankins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Double tight. 4 down.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
180!
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And this is going to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Let's go.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Blue, blue.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Red, up.
Again, it's Trubisky. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Rashaan Melvin. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
Up. 180. Lock in, lock in.
Go. Here we go. Here we go.
Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
Back.
Lock in, lock in.
Tighten up.
On second down, Trubisky.
Crash.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cohen. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 50.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You got 3 down.
Blue.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. A gutsy decision there going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts it into this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's Trubisky. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Parkey not able to convert. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. All right, so then instead of a 2-score lead in the waning moments, that miss means they're going to need to sweat this one out after all, partner.
Nothing comes easy in this league.
6-18.
That could turn out to be a miss of disastrous proportions. So now they need to call on their defense one last time to bail them out.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field.
Red, red, up. Four down. Up. 180. Up.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a guy who played 4 years for the Bears, Julius Peppers. In there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Red, red, up.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Check.
Check out route.
Blue, blue, blue.
Kill. Check 31, check.
Blue, blue, blue.
59's Mike, check.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Strong right.
Up. 180.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Set. 180.
Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
Great.
Mike's 59.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. They'll roll him out right. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22.
Come on
The
now.
first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Great.
Out of the gun, Newton. He dumps it off to Artis Payne. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cameron Artis Payne. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. So that